Aval Kedush Asayom Tov Namar Bahem Asher Tikro Samchulu. But the holiness of the holiday says about them that you call them Asher Di Yisrael Di Kadshin Hulizmanim, that Yisrael are the ones who sanctify the times, the holidays. Ki Yarei Ayom Tov Chalim Al Pi Harov B'Yomin Dechol, because the holidays fall in general during the weekdays. Shem Bechinas Zman Mamash, they're truly a concept of time. Like we said, that Shabbos is beyond time, but the days of the week are within time. Ukeshachal Bo Yom Tov, and when a holiday falls out on them, Asher Hu Bechinas Mikra Kodesh, it's a concept of calling the holy. Shemeir Bo Mi Bechinas Kodesh HaElyon, that shines into it from the supernal holy. Shumar Shalamayla Mehazman Ukanal, that which is beyond time. And like we said, Tishoresh Hazman Maschil Misfiras Habinyan, that the source of time begins from the spheros of the building, the Chesed Gvura Tiferes, of Atzilos, Shemamidus Elyonos, which are the supernal attributes, Masha'ein Ken Mikrai Kodesh, Shehem Iskalos Chachma Binai Lain, which is not the case with the holidays, where you call the holy, that you're reaching from beyond the source of time, with the revelation of Chachma and Bina, the supernal wisdom and understanding. Him Lamayla Mazman, they're higher than time. V'kiv and Shikadusha Zu Nimshech As B'Yomin Dechol, and since this holiness is drawn in the days of the week, Im Kein Ha'inyin Hu Shu Hu Hamshach Mebechina Shelamayla Mehazman Lihiyos Meir V'Nimshach B'Yom Shetachas Hazman. So it's a concept then that you're drawing down from that which is beyond time to shine and be drawn down to a day that is within time, which is not the case like with Shabbos, that Shabbos is itself beyond time. Vayin Mashakasaval Pi Mamar Hazor Chel Gimel Korach Kufayin Vav Bezal Pasuk V'Yakumu Lifnei Moshe L'chein HaShabbos Nikra Kodesh V'Yom Tov Nikra Mikrai Kodesh, and that's why Shabbos is called holy and the holiday is called holy. Ki Kodesh U'Bechinas Soviv Kol Almin Shumuv Dolo L'Mayla Mi'Bechinas Man, because holy is the concept of that which encompasses the worlds, which is exalted and removed from the concept of time. V'hinei Shabbos Sha'az. Now Shabbos Sha'az Hu Aliyas Memala Kol Almin Bebechinas Soviv Kol Almin, that's when you have the idea of that which is fills creation, is elevated to the concept of divinity as it is beyond creation. Mamosh, truly Shalamayla Mazman, beyond time. Im Kein Hu Bechinas Kodesh Mamosh, if so, it's truly a concept of holy. Moved Lagamre Megeder Zman, and completely removed from the boundary of time. Masha'ein Ken B'Yom Tov Shu Hayom Atzmahu Miyom Midachol, which is not the case with the holiday, that the day itself is one of the weekdays, Shitachas Hazman, the mundane days, and under the boundary of time, Rakshim Mamshichim L'Sham Mebechinas Kodesh, only that we draw into it from the concept of holy. Alkei Nikra Mikra Kodesh, therefore it's called holy. Shekorim Bechinas HaKodesh, that we call to the holy. Shiavovi Skale Lamata, that should come and be revealed below. V'kriya v'emshach hazu zehu alidei Yisrael davka, and who can call this, who draws this down? This is specifically through Yisrael, asher tikrosam chulu, that they're the ones who call them in their holidays, asher tikrosam b'moadam, in their times, likili yosam shachav agiloi lamata bebechinas zman, because in order to have this revelation and to draw this down into the concept of time, shiyum shach l'sham lamayla me'azman, to draw into it from beyond time, zelo nimshach memela, it can't happen automatically, kim be'uvda, only with our actions, visrusa de lasata, Talia, Milsa, and it is dependent upon our arousal from below, V'nitan v'nei Adam, and given to the sons of man, V'kemo shekos v'ashamayim shamayim l'Hashem, v'ha'aros nosan livnei Adam, like it says, the heavens are the heavens for Hashem, and the earth was given to the sons of man, Uksiv l'chol zman, v'eis l'chol chayfetz tachas hashamayim, and it says, to each there's a time, and a time for all desire underneath the heavens. So, the if the heavens are for Hashem and the earth is for Bnei Adam, so and there's underneath the heavens, it's a concept of time. Eis l'chol chefetz. Therefore, it's the Bnei Adam that need to affect and bring in the holy to the time. And it's explained in another place. Explanation on this pasuk: because the heavens are a concept of encompassing lights, and that which encompasses the worlds, that there it's beyond division, and it's also beyond time, and beyond the division of time as well. Only below the heavens, with the concept of that which the divinity is, it fills creation. There you have a division of time for all desire, and a concept of time. And it says that Elohim made in order to do. And our sages said, what does it mean to do? It means to fix it. That all that which is created in the 6 days of creation needs fixing. So it's and that's the concept that the earth was given to the sons of man. That the sons of man need to fix and draw down from beyond the worlds into the worlds, from that which is beyond time into time. And this is also the idea of making the will of the omnipresent. Osin, specifically, to draw down the concept of Ratzon the Makif. What is it? The statement is that the Makom is the divinity that fills creation. Baruch HaMakom, like we say, blessed is, drawn down is the Makom, the place. And making the will of the place, and to draw down into the Makom, into the Mamale, a revelation of the infinite light that encompasses creation. And again, there's also the meaning of the verse that it's a time to do for Hashem, la'asa specifically, and es specifically, that it's an es, meaning a time, la'asos, to do, to draw down, la'Hashem, to the Yud Kei Vav Kei, to draw down from Soviv to Memale, the concept, into the concept of time. Perish Bezor Chelik Aleph Vayera Kuf Dezayin Beis Lechaber La Bekut Shebrichu. What does it mean? Leis Lasos Lashem, to unite it with the Holy One, blessed be He. Again, a concept of Yichud Soviv Mamali. V'cheinu beParshas Truma Kuf Nun He Beis V'Yuven Zel Od Al Pi Masha Kosuf Sof Tibra Maschil Shuva Yisrael Ad Hulashon Nitzchis Chulu. What does it mean? Return Yisrael until. Ad is a language of forever. Israel should return until the concept of forever. And this concept of forever, then only in the concept of Malchus, only something which is in the boundary of time. You could say it goes on forever. Malach Melech, that he is king, was king, and will be king. That's Malchus. And in Shulei Hagilayon it says, B'Kisav Yad Elef Shishim, and Gimel Aleph B'Tzad Hagilayon Rashu Maga Achar Zman. After time, the Tzemach Tzedek wrote, Iker HaPerush Es Lasos Hashem, that the main explanation of this pasuk, that it's a time to do for Hashem, Sham Malchus Nikres Es, that the Malchus is called a time, Ipnei Shichudzun Huli'itim, because the union of Za'an Nukva is only at times. It's not a Yichud Tamidi like Abba Ve'ima, Velo Kemo Abba Ve'ima, Shentrein Rein La Misfashin, that there are two friends that don't separate. Like it's brought in Vayikra about friends and lovers. Begin the east, es vizman, lekola, lekarva, olis narachulu, and that's why it says in Zohar Vayikra that Malchus is called time because it has time for all to be close and to shine. Emunas Itecha. If so, the parish of the beginning of the pasuk here of this Mamar, the Emuna of your time, shebichinas Malchus Meir, that Malchus shines, ba haor betokef liiti mahem, the light, its strength for those times. Emunas Itecha means the strength that shines of the Giloi that shines into Itecha, into Malchus. Only in the time to come, it'll be also like the two friends who don't separate. You'll have a yichud tmidi in zun l'chora. Emunas Itecha, meaning a constancy to that yichud of time, that giloi. And look what it's brought in Kisetze about the idea that your name will be praised forever, that you're going to bring a concept of constancy and forever to the praise, the giloi of Shimcha, into Malchus. Back in the Mamar, v'tzarich lahashi b'chinas ad, he b'chinas Malchuso Yisparech, and you have to return the concept of ad, that we're talking about the pasuk Shuvah Yisrael ad, that you need to return the ad, which is Malchus, Limekora v'shorsha, to its root and source, Hu Or Ein Sof Baruch Hu, which is the infinite light, may be blessed. Aidei Shigam Benafsho Yihia Kavua Tamidol Malchus Shemayim Chulu Ein Sham. And how does one do that? Through also having in one's soul set constantly the yoke of heaven. Look over there, V'hugam Kenyan Mashakasu B'makom Acher, and this is similar to what it's. So the concept of Malchus you elevate through Kabbalah Soul, which is also a concept of Malchus. Kabbalah Soul Malchus Shemayim. So that's how you elevate the concept Shuvah Yisrael Ad. That's how you elevate the Ad, the Malchus. V'gam Kenyan Mashakasu B'makom Acher al pasuk Achasi Yonasi Tamasi. And this is like it's brought in another place on the verse in Shir HaShirim. One is my dove, my complete one, that Yisrael are called the complete one. She'osina shleimus, that we make the completeness. To also draw down the revelation into the place of division. That in the place of division, where divinity is hidden, that's where Yisrael has the ability to make it complete and not divided, and it's dependent upon Yisrael. And therefore our sages said, Yisrael ikadshinu lizmanim, that Yisrael are the one that sanctify the times. However, even on Shabbos, also on Shabbos it says that we make the Shabbos, that we complete the Shabbos. So it also is dependent upon Israel. And look what it says about this, that we have to remember the day of Shabbos. It's incumbent upon us. So, but he doesn't go into that here. Now our sages said on the verse that you call them afilu muatin, even if it's only a few of you, a smaller number of Israel, we still have to call the holidays. We can explain according to the Mamar of the heads of the tribes, Konamos Kedusha Saguf Ninhu, the concept of Konam, a sort of oath or a gift to the temple and so forth. Kedusha Saguf Ninhu. So it's a concept of a holiness to the body. And you have to grasp it, you have to attach it to something that you can make a neder on. That you won't do this, you won't do that. Gam davar shelo chalbo min haTorah kedusha. So kohana means you're sanctifying it to Hashem. So why then can you attach it to something that from the Torah doesn't get holiness? The korbanos of the sacrifices, kemokish omer al balmum, harize korban, harize ke korban. When you that is when you say on a blemished animal that it's like a korban, nitfas bekedushas konam. It's grasped by the holiness of sanctifying it to Hashem of konam. Excuse me. So, but if you were actually to make this a sacrifice and say this is an olah, it wouldn't work at all. So why is it you were able to do that with the konam? And the answer is because Torah comes from Chachma, and according to the supernal wisdom, the blemished animal cannot be grasped in the holiness of the Korban Olah, according to the Torah. But the souls of Israel themselves, through their self-sacrifice, were able to reach beyond Chachma, beyond wisdom. Like our sages said, that the Malach ties crowns to our Maker from the prayers of Israel. So the crowns of Israel, is that which is beyond wisdom. And is drawn through the letters of prayer of Israel from that reason. And their letters that are from beyond wisdom. And therefore we can with the statement of our lips, we can draw down and grasp something in this mundane, in this world, with the holiness of a konam. Even in something that the holiness doesn't fall upon it from the according to the Torah that comes from wisdom. Because we draw down, the souls of Israel draw down from Keser. So too, the courts with the statement of their mouth are able to sanctify the holidays, that they draw down and call the supernal holy, that it should be drawn down and fall upon the mundane days that are Shetachas Hazman, that are underneath the boundary of time. Therefore Israel specifically sanctifies the times. Therefore, even if they're mistaken in their calculation, that's why it says above, Tikrosam. What does it mean? Even if they were mistaken in their calculation. Because it's dependent upon Israel, bein bizmanan, bein shelo bizmanan, whether it's in their time, whether it's not in their time. Mainly muados ela elu, I only have these holidays that are sanctified by Israel. That's certainly this you can compare to the concept of the konamos, the sanctifying, the nitfas b'davar nador, even though it's the kedusha won't fall on it, of korbanos. And that's why it says that the holidays are specifically that which you call which is not the case if it wasn't sanctified by Israel. from the Torah that comes from wisdom, the holiness would not on its own be able to be drawn down into the days of the week, even if it's not in its time at all, and so forth. But the source, the root for this, to draw this down, needs to be from beyond wisdom and bechinas keser, from the concept of the crown, and specifically through Israel. And you might ask, if so there's something on the holiday more than on Shabbos. That Shabbos is holy on its own, a holiness that comes by itself, from Torah that comes from wisdom, and is known that the concept of Kodesh, holy, corresponds with the level of Chachma, of wisdom, and the holiness of the holiday of Israel, who are the ones who sanctify the times. So the source of that drawing down comes from beyond wisdom, like we're explaining here with the concept of Konam, and to draw down from beyond Zman into Zman. So that implies that Yom Tov is higher than Shabbos. However, it's concluded, it's known that this is the opposite. The Shabbos hu kodesh mamash, that Shabbos is truly holy. Chachma, the supernal wisdom. Yom Tov nikra mikra kodesh, and Yom Tov is only called holy. Shemi bechinas bina, that comes from the concept of bina. Yet here we're saying that it's from Kesed. Achlo kasha midi the havadai. That certainly shemi kol makom korban mamash chamor mekonam, that the korban itself is more strict than the konam. Even though the source of the konam comes from a higher place, that it should be nitfas, that is only its source, but not it itself. And similarly here, Yom Tov Shabbos, with the concept of the holiday in Shabbos. But also it's true that there is a source in Bina that is higher than Chachma. So there is a tzad that Yom Tov would be higher than Shabbos from Bina. V'kamoshe kasuv. בדיבר המסחי לך לך בעניין הידע אברהם כי הוא דא עתיקה חולו. Concerning the Hay in Avram's name, that it's a concept of Atik, Iskalus Atik bebina. ולכן כדי שיהיה היריד למטה זהו על ידי תוספת ה' דווקא ein sham barichus. Therefore, in order to draw this down below, it's specifically through adding a hay. That you're drawing down the Iskalus Atik and Bina, Kamokin, Emar, the meaning concept of Lech Lecha of Avraham, who's the Avram. With the Chachma, the Hay is the Bina that's able to finally draw it down in Lech Lecha. To draw down from Yartzecha, from the Chachma, from its Shoresh. Kamokin Kan Emar, Kan, Kadesh Yumshach Bechinas HaKodesh, Gam Tachas Hazman. So to here, in order to draw down the concept of holy, to under the time, to draw down Chachma, to below the time, you have to draw down from a higher place. And that's the concept of the supernal Hay, that the source of the holiday comes from there. All the holidays come from the concept of the supernal Hay. And look in the Mamar that I will walk amongst you, so to speak, that in order to draw down Soviv into Mamale, you have to draw down from even beyond Soviv, from a higher place, aliyas memale kol almin lesoviv kol almin chulu, even higher than the idea of memale going up into soviv. Ulchein chal pesach v'sukkos betesvav lechodesh, and therefore the holidays of Pesach and Sukkot fall out on the 15th of the month. Bechinas Yudke, the Tesva of the 15th is Gematria Yudke Chochmah Bina. Hine Nimshechu Mebechinas Hahei. So they draw down from the Yudke the Hey, the Yud into the Hey, that the Hey Sheyesh Lo Shoresh Lamayla Min HaYud, that the Hey has a source that's beyond the Yud, She Chochmah Law, that the Yud is supernal wisdom Chulu. V'Shvuos Ugam Ken B'Yom HaChamishim L'Sfiras HaOmer, and the holiday of Shavuos is also on the 50th day of the counting of the Omer, Shebechinas Nun Shari Bina Chulu, which is the concept of the 50 gates of Bina. So it's also a concept of the supernal Hay, even though it's not on the 15th of the month. Vayim B'Priyetz Chaim Shar Rosh Chodesh Perek Beis Kasav, and look in Priyetz Chaim, it writes, Ki V'adai Kedusha Shabbos in Kamo, that even though the holiness of Shabbos, there's nothing like it. Nonetheless, there is a uniqueness to Rosh Chodesh that Shabbos doesn't have. And look over there, that this idea, this extra concept in Rosh Chodesh is also drawn from the strengthening of Bina and so forth. Look what's brought about the idea of who gives the mouth to man by Moshe Rabbeinu binyan shebetik unyesh bechinas afilu beregel, that in the concept of tikkun as opposed to tohu, there's a concept in the leg, ma she'eno berosh hulu, that the head doesn't have. Imken kol shechen she'en temaim yesh bechina b'yom tov maila neged Shabbos chulu. So, if in tikkun and below tohu, the leg has something over the head that it can take it to where it can't go otherwise, so too, how much more so, it's not a wonder if Yom Tov has something that's also higher than Shabbos, if Rosh Chodesh also has something higher than Shabbos. So too, within Bina itself, beyond Chochmah, and further, that the holiday, they are called the regalim, they're called the legs. And we've already explained that there's this idea of something that the leg has that even the head doesn't have. But in truth, it's only that Bina has a source beyond Chochmah. But when you compare Chochmah and Bina themselves, so Chochmah has something beyond, it is beyond Bina on its own. Therefore, the holiness of Shabbos, its holiness is beyond the holiness of Yom Tov. And further, that on Shabbos there's two levels, Shabbos Tata v'Shabbos Ilah, the lower Shabbos and the higher Shabbos. Now all the elevations of Shabbos until the level of Chochmah, that's all called the lower Shabbos. Aval Shabbos Ilah aliyos ma Chochmah l'mayla ad Ohr Sof Mamash. But the higher Shabbos is the elevation of Chochmah, from Chochmah and to beyond, until the infinite light truly. Valzeh amru matana tova yeshli bebeis gnazai v'Shabbos shma chulu. And on this, our sages said that Hashem says, I have a good gift in my secret storehouses, and it's called Shabbos, meaning to say that it's a secret storehouses. It's from Atik, or from where it's higher than Chochmah. And even though on the holidays there's also two levels, Muadai u'Muadei Havaya, my holidays and the holidays of Hashem, like it's explained in another place. Hashem will also explain this further on, God willing. Im kol ze bechinas Shabbos ilagav harbe yoser gam bechinas abeis shebiyom tov But nonetheless, this higher level of Shabbos is also higher from this higher level of Yom Tov, Moadai. Hanikra Moadai Stam Kemoshi is word that's called my holiday, simply as will be explained. V'zeu inyan mikadesh Yisrael v'hazmanim, and this is the idea of he sanctifies Israel and the times. Maskirim lashon zmanim dafka, we say specifically the times, that he sanctifies the times, and like we asked before, why don't we say moadim, why zman, which seems to be lower? Lashon zmanim davka im yosu am bechinan hanemucha ma'od kanal, even though it's this lower level, like we said. But the answer is that exactly the opposite. Hianosenes, that's what it shows, and that's the given. That's what shows how high the holiday is. Yisrael mamshichim bechinas haras kodesh ha'elyon gam bechinas hazmanim mamar, that Yisrael are drawing down from the supernal holy also into the concept of time, that it is mikadesh Yisrael vehazmanim, that you have a kodesh into Yisrael, or through Yisrael into the times. And that is the idea. And that is the idea of Yisrael that sanctifies the times. And that's the main intention. That also below, in the concept of a place and time, you'll have a revelation of the supernal holy, of the infinite light may be blessed, that's beyond time. And that's why it says that the light of the moon will be like the light of the sun, like the light of the 7 days. That the light of the moon is the concept of time, of the stages of the moon. It'll be like the light of the 7 days, meaning the concept of Shabbos. Like the Ramaz explains, that he brings its the Zayin Tachtonos to Atik L'chor. They make hedim according to the Ramaz. And this is a concept of how in the time to come you'll have a tent that will not be moved, and its tent pegs won't be lifted up forever. What's the ohel? The ohel, the translation is, in Aramaic, a dwelling place of time, or moed. Lashon Zman, language of time, and that the ohel, the ohel of time, should be forever, should be not movable, and have this concept of infinity of time into it. That is through revealing into it the infinite light may be blessed. Hasoviv kol almin, that encompasses creation. Ani Hashem lo shanisi chulua, I am Hashem who has not changed. Bal yisal yisidu sov l'netzach. V'zeu inyini mehei shmei rabam varach la'lam u'lamei maya. La'lam u'lamei maya chulu. And this is the concept of Hashem's name should be greatened forever and ever and ever. That the name is the concept of Malchus, and you're drawing into it a concept of infinity forever and ever and ever. La'lam u'lamei maya. V'ni hayom tovim hayomim tovim him mimutzayim. Now the holidays are in between concepts. Shebehem v'al yadam yumshach gilu orin sof baruch mebechinas Shabbos. So through them, in them, you reveal the revelation of the infinite light. May be blessed mebechinas Shabbos, from the concept of Shabbos. Yulamayla mazman, that's beyond time. Lebechinas kol yimei chol, to all of the weekdays. Shetachas hazman, that are below time. That in between Shabbos and the weekdays, that connects beyond time of Shabbos to the time of the weekdays, is the holiday that draws down beyond time into time. And like we'll explain with Hashem's will. Ketzer Shiyom Tov Zeu Hamshach Bechina Shelamayla Mazman. So we explained the holidays are a concept beyond time. Yosmir Biyom Shetachas Azman, to shine into the day that's below time. Ulachay Nikra Mikra Kodesh. That's why it's called to call the holy. Eis Lasus Las Shem, and it's a time to do for Hashem. The concept of Eis, to draw down Soviv Tamamali. Ulachay Nikra Nishamas Yisrael Tamasi. And that's why the souls of Israel are called my complete ones who complete me, to draw down from there to there. Soviv Tamamali. Inyan Atem Afilu Mutaim Dugmas Konamos, and we explain the idea of you, even if you're mistaken, the concept of Konam, just like the mistake in Halacha, you're able to draw down the time to it, just like a Konam, which is not a Korban, but it's a Davar Nitvas B'Neder. Also, we explain the idea of how in Bina, the holiday, there's a source that's higher than time. That's higher than Chochma. V'yom Tov b'Tesva b'Chodesh Yud-Kei, and how the holiday is on the 15th of the month, which is Yud-Kei. The concept of Bina, Chochma to Bina, Mikol Makom Shabbos Gavoy Yosef, but nonetheless, Shabbos itself is higher than the Yom Tov itself. Kachinu Lizmanim, and we sanctify the times. K'or Shivas Hayamim, like the light of the 7 days. Oil Balitzan, and we explain the concept of Oil Moed, how you have a tent that's not moved, is similar to the idea. The Oil Moed is a concept of drawing down from beyond time into time.